right, now let's get into solving these problems algebraically. Again, think back to this tip. I'm going to suggest when you're solving these problems to move the smaller coefficient to the larger first. Move the small coefficient, the smaller variables, to the larger one first. We're still going to start out drawing that river of love. Again, our equations look the same, except now we have variables on both sides. Now we have variables on both sides. First, we need to combine our like terms. We need to get those variables together over the equal sign, over the river of love. This is that step where I suggest you move the smaller one to the bigger one so that we don't have to work with negatives, hopefully. So looking at my variables, which one is smaller, 3m or 5m? Yeah, 3m is smaller. So what I need to do then is get rid of a positive 3m. How would I get rid of a positive 3m? Inverse operations. I need to subtract 3m on both sides. That 3m has to go with the 5m. I can't do it from the 9. 9's not a like term. It doesn't have a variable there. So this positive and negative 3m, they eliminate each other. I bring down that positive 1. What's 5m minus 2m? Ooh, minus 3m, spoiler alert, is 2m. And then I bring down that minus 9. And now my equation looks the exact same as we were used to seeing. We just have that one extra step of combining the like terms. So here, now I'm going to go through, I'm going to do my SAD neg, my subtraction and addition. I protect my variable and my coefficient, so I want to get rid of that minus 9. How do I get rid of a minus 9? Add 9 to both sides. What's 1 plus 9? 10. Bring down my 2m. Minus 9 plus 9. They make a zero pair. They eliminate each other. So there's the SA part of SAD neg. Now the division multiplication. I need to isolate my variable. So I need to get rid of that coefficient. Divide both sides by 2. So we see that m should equal 5. Boom! Now what we can do is we can check our work. So we're going to get our calculator. Let me make mine smaller so it's all going to fit on here. So here's my calculator. So the way we're going to type this out, we are going to tell our calculator first, what is our answer? We got that m is equal to 5. Then we want to type each section of our equation in separate lines. So I would do 3m plus 1, and I would do 5m minus 9. Like you see up here, I get 16 for both of them. And that makes sense. It's an equation. Both sides of my equation should equal the same number. So first, I tell it what my answer is. Then I type each side of the equation. And if both sides of my equation are the same number, that's how I know I got it right. Let's do another example. That was fun. All right, I start off with my river of love. Got to make sure I do the same thing to both sides. Now I'm going to combine my like terms. I'm going to combine those variables over the equal sign. Which one did I tell you to start with? The bigger one or the smaller one? Yeah, we want to start with that smaller one to hopefully avoid negatives. So this is a positive 2n. How would I get rid of a positive 2n? Subtract 2n on both sides. What's 3n minus 2n? Just 1n. It's got that invisible 1 in front of it. We don't have to write that one. Lazy math people aren't going to write that one. We're just going to write n. Then I want to bring down my plus 5 equals 2n minus 2n. They eliminate each other to make a 0 pair. And I bring down my positive 7. And then I solve like normal. I have n plus 5 equals 7. So what should I do now? Subtract 5 on both sides, doing that inverse operation. I bring down my n because I was wanting to save that for last. Plus 5 minus 5, make a 0 pair. What's 7 minus 5? 2. So here we get that n is equal to 2. Again, it's easy to check in my calculator. I tell it that n is equal to 2. And then I type in each side separately. So 3n plus 5 on one side, and then 2n plus 7 on the other. I see here both sides equal 11, so that means I got the answer right. Go ahead, pause that video, rewind anything if you need to. Make sure that you get everything written down in your Desmos notes, and then go ahead and go on to the next section. Nice job.